Hi there, and welcome to week 8 of the Show Me the Money podcast. And bit of a mixed week, but welcome, Craig.
Good evening, Johnny. How are you?
Not bad. Better than my team did last week because I came up with the same person you came up with the week before. Gus the fucking Bus Edwards. Yes.
Gus the Bus.
I've got him on my teams this week because on teams I bet he does fuck all too.
Yeah, well, that's different week.
I know, but 2 weeks. I honestly didn't think he would do it 2 weeks in a row, but hey, he did.
Yeah, there you go. It's but it's a bit of a stinker with 97 points as well. You know, that's got to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit. But if I'm the only one, we'll get to that point now. But we'll go with it. There's one trade happened.
Yes, it's. I have discussed this trade in detail.
That's a steal.
I mean, it's from a 5th round pick for Chubba Hubbard. And I mean, Jalen, I like McLaughlin, and Wilson's going to get touches, and at least until Achan's back. So I'm not sure what he's thinking is there. I've got to be honest with you. I hope it works out. Well, I hope it doesn't work out.
Well, you got to think. Sanders does nothing, so you got to know if that's coming back from injury or just the fact that it's just shit. So Chubba Hubbard is always good, and Terry McLaurin maybe needed a wide receiver. I'm not sure, but
I don't even think he overly needed one. I just don't get why he's giving away a 5th round. I don't see Chubba Hubbard or Terry McLaurin winning Doug the title. Do you know what I mean? So why are you giving away a 5th round? I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe Chubba will. And he's taking he's rolling the dice with Chubba. He knows that. But I just don't see Sanders not getting his touches back. You know, and if he has a couple of good games, then he's Chubba becomes insignificant again.
True, but I like McLaughlin, but I prefer him in PPR.
I like McLaughlin. I'd obviously been better in PPR, of course, but and
Wilson will get touches because Mostert still got a niggly injury.
Yeah, absolutely. Wilson will definitely get touches. It's a tough D he's going up against this week with the Chiefs. They don't give much up to anything, but he'll get his touches, and he'll continue to get touches until Achan comes back, and then he maybe becomes a little bit insignificant. But McLaughlin's going to get more and more, and Williams is such a injury-prone back, you know that. Yeah, good luck with the trade, but I think Graham's kind of stolen a 5th round pick there.
Not that he needs it, but yeah. But I think that was the only one. So
yeah, that was the only trade this week. Quiet week on the trading front.
I know. We're waiting on you to catch up, Craig.
I'm not interested now, Johnny. It's there's too many super teams there now, and I'm too late to the party now. So I'm just not going to mortgage next year on chasing a whim. You know.
No.
I've got what I've got now.
Yeah. So obviously we'll start off with one of the trade-in teams, the Factory of Sadness, 103 points.
Yeah. Good run for Sean. Bad news losing Kirk Cousins to IR, but
he's lost Pierce this week as well.
And he's lost Pierce. Yeah, Pierce, who he traded for, no less. Graham's not laughing about it much. I promise you, Sean. the fact that he picked up Devin Singletary for about $4 in the waivers as well, he's absolutely cheesing. But anyway. He's lost Pierce, he's lost Cousins, but it's a great win for him. And 5-3, and starting to motor now. That's 4 wins in a row he's had. So 4 wins in a row for Doug,
yes.
4 wins in a row for Grotty, 4 wins in a row for Sean, and I'm still ahead of the 3 of them. But anyway, yes,
you wouldn't have been if you'd. You would have been because they're head-to-head in the division. So
yeah,
but it's still good to get with. But
it would be good, but I mean, he's not even got a quarterback on the bench there, so it'll be interesting to see who he's went and picked up.
I wonder who he has actually.
But it's a great win for him, great scoring. 103 points. Henry's going to be okay. He always gets better as the weather gets colder. Waddle, Addison. He's going to suffer obviously from Cousins not being there, but someone's got to catch a ball in Minnesota.
Well, he's got Gardner Minshew.
Oh, has he got Minshew? Has he got the Minshew? Has he?
They got Minshew on Wednesday, so. But their bye week must be pretty close as well. They're bye week 11, so you're still going to have to find another quarterback.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you will have to find another one, but I mean, they are there now, you know, and especially with the amount of quarterbacks that have went down now and how many are hanging on there. So, yeah, there'll be plenty enough kicking about. But what's he got to replace? So he's got Pierce out, but he can bring in
Algier
and Johnson. He can bring in Algier.
Yeah,
you know, he has got some depth. Some decent depth there, but it's his wide receivers that he's really got depth with. You know, Waddle's now starting to fly again after such a quiet start, and Chase is only going to, and Chase has got such a good matchup this week. The Bills give away a lot to the receivers, you know, so good matchup for Chase.
Mayer's a bit of a problem though. You need the tight end's a bit of...
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, tight end's one of those positions, though, isn't it? You'll have a good, you'll get your good weeks from anyone, but you'll also get a lot of bad weeks from anyone, you know. And for Mark's, what's that? 2 losses in a row now for Mark. So we went from 5-1 to 5-3, starting to slip back a little bit. Tartan Bears has caught him up in the division. Oh, well, Tartan Bears.
Well, no, they're both lost as well. So yeah, but
lost to me. Yeah.
He's obviously still top of the division.
They all lost
head to head.
So it was a clean sweep with they all lost.
Yes.
The North swept the East. But yeah, I mean, Mark's kind of, like, you know, he's played Shaheed. What a great time to be chucking Shaheed in there, you know, 21.3 points.
It's just Mahomes.
But, yeah, Mahomes really let him down. But, you know, but he's Perrine, Henry, Shaheed's only going to be every now and then. Samuel might, and, you know, Dotson, if Samuel's out this week, Dotson could be a very big player.
Yeah. But he was last week anyway, so yeah. But he's still keeping Rodgers on IR. I think he's waiting on Rodgers to come back as backup.
He's hanging on for dear life there with that, isn't he? But yeah, good luck. But yeah, he's got a running back problem. He really does, Sean. Mark, sorry, Perrine, and, you know,
Robert.
Who else? Tucker. You know, it's grim. So he's going to need to do something at running back if he's going to get himself involved in the running, in the playoffs, I would think. But yeah, 5-3 as well, and right in the shout, top of the division. You know, can't complain. But what to be done.
Now we're on to Doug.
So Dougie boy, yeah. You know, what can I say? Great win again for him. You know, that's as we say, that's 4 in a row. They've all done 4 in a row now. And you know, if you look at what he's got there, he's got AJ Brown, he's got Hollywood Brown, he's got Smith and Jigba. You know, he's got the Cardinals back there, wide receivers covered. So yeah, I mean, I get going for McLaurin. McLaurin will be a good addition there, and especially if he you know, stacks on the Howell. So, you know, I can see why he made the trade, you know, and he does have a running back issue as well. You know, he needs Montgomery to come back, and even when he does.
Well, in fairness, when he had Wilson and traded him away, he was still in his IR. So he wasn't even playing him anyway, so.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, he wasn't. But, I mean, he's got options here. It's just that the options are all kind of hit and miss. You know, Warren, McLaughlin. Well, he's not got McLaughlin anymore. He's got Hubbard now. But, you know, Spears, they're going to get touches. They're going to get, you know, they're going to have good weeks, but they're also going to have very, very bad weeks. And he's got to pick and choose between them. And he picked the wrong one last night because he went for Spears, and Warren done quite well. And he'd left Warren on the bench, so he picked the wrong one.
Oh no, I never. I was just about to check that. That's a sore one.
Yeah,
no, Warren had. Well, unfortunately, he played Warren against me and Yorkley both.
Did he? Oh well, there you go. But yeah, he left Warren out and he went with Spears. So
and of course, I lost Kirk Cousin in Yorkley bowl.
Oh, did you? That's half. I lost him in my Megla bowl that I'm top of the league. But anyway, it's. But yeah, a good win for Doug, and 5-3, and he's made a wee move to try and get himself into it. So why not? You know, he's going along just fine. And Graham sold out now, so he's gone 2-6, and no more McLaurin, no more Hubbard. You know, he's going to have to run McGainwell maybe this week. You know, at running back. So yeah, he's definitely chucked it for next year, and that's very, you know, why not? But for the playoff time, he's got Fields there. Atwell will do okay if what's his face, Stafford's back, if Stafford's fit for the playoffs, the playoff time. So, yeah, I mean, he's got to go into those playoffs now and try and nail that number 1 spot.
Definitely. And obviously, he's got Chubb as his keeper for next year, so he's sorted with that one.
Yeah.
Provided he comes back, depending on his injury. But yeah.
I'll maybe go Adam shopping. I keep saying it every week. I say I'll maybe go Adam shopping, but no, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving away next year now.
No, there's too much. Like I say, anything can happen in the playoffs.
That's it. A bit easy. Graham's got to keep a hold of a couple of them. You can't totally sell out, otherwise you'll not get. The 8th pick's a big difference between 8th pick and 1st pick.
Yeah, it's if that's case, you're just about making your thing and finishing. Yeah, it's. Again, Osborne had a good game after I traded him away.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones, Johnny, with no cousins. It's I hope the young laddie Hall does well. I've got him in a couple of dynasties, but I'm not seeing that. And I mean, don't get once the other boy
Downs,
comes
in, Dobbs, yeah,
once Dobbs comes in, he looked okay in Arizona. So if he can learn the playbook pretty quickly, these.
Well, he stepped in last year and played for Tennessee at the end of the season. I'm pretty sure he won by being there for like 3 days before. So
it's one of those ones. See if they lose this week and they lose next week. I don't even think they'll bring, and both quarterbacks look awful. They'll not even bring Jefferson back. They'll just sit him for the season and get ready for next year.
Well, that gives them time to just concentrate on his contract.
That's it. But someone's got to catch a ball there, and they will catch the ball. The boy's not going to throw for 0 yards, so he could do it. He'll do okay.
I know. Well, I'm hoping that he does catch the ball, because I have Osborne and I also have Addison in the Orkney Bowl.
Yeah, well,
they've both been doing well, so I think that injury could scupper me. So
yeah, that's going to hurt you bad.
Some just got to catch it though. So, well, if John's back, I might put in Robinson, but I've not decided yet. Plenty of time. So we'll go on to the next one. Poor Batman's boobies. Apart from McCaffrey and Godwin, nobody else turned up.
Yeah, well, and he's got a major issue now at quarterback as well, doesn't he? He's got, is Watson playing this week? Is he going to turn up?
No, I thought. I'm not sure actually.
It's I heard he was taking some reps on Friday, so
it's a nightmare this week, because obviously you've got a Connell who had one good game, then a couple of stinkers when he stayed in earlier on, and you've got Clay Tune. I think he's starting for Arizona.
Yeah, he's starting for Arizona, yeah. And I mean, it is a bad week for quarterback. There's no getting away from it, but that means that there's plenty to be picked up in the agency for Ray, because obviously Garoppolo's dropped now. Hoyer's no demand, so you can get rid of Hoyer for sure, because they'll no go. If McConnell doesn't cut it, they'll put Garoppolo back in surely.
Well, I think they basically said it's McConnell to the end of the year, is it not? So
yeah, well, it's going to be.
It's cutting our losses now, right?
But I mean, at 3-5, Ray's not out of it yet, and anyone with McCaffrey's dangerous. Stevenson's got a good matchup this week against Washington. They've just shipped off to their line, so you can't imagine that's going to be strong. So you would think Stevenson's going to do quite well this week. And
that was a bit mad by Washington, that one.
Yeah, it was. You thought one of them, but both of them was a bit crazy. And I like the idea. He's got Taysom Hill there to plug in. It's only a matter of time before he plugs him in. If Watson does come back, he can get Chuck Cooper back in as well, with Palmer maybe being out. It's not awful. His team's there at 3-5. He's not that. He's only 13th place. What's 8th place sitting? 5
and 3. So it's only 2 back.
Just 2 back, 2 back through 8 weeks. We'll still get 6 weeks to go. He just needs to find a wee winning run, and he's back in the hunt. Far from dead. And
the thing is that with all the 5 and 3 teams, especially with 3 of them being in your division, you're all going to beat each other near the end.
That's the thing. We've all got to play. They've all got to play each other. So
if he does his division, then he's got a good chance of making the playoffs. So that's what you've got to look at. So.
Exactly, and here comes the Grote, man. Here comes the Grote's super team. Another 100-point score, and
I think DeMarcado's out this week, but I don't think he'll be starting them anymore. Oh no, No, he won't, because he's got Walker and Eckler. So yeah,
he's got Walker and Eckler and Henderson. And Henderson's up against the woeful against the run Packers defense. So. Yeah, and with maybe not Stafford, and if Stafford is there, then a soft Stafford, So
and of course Drake London's out, so Pitts might get more targets.
So. Yeah, that's right. If London's out as well, and Pitts will, and Wilson's there to be plugged back in, they're playing. I think it's
the Chargers.
The Chargers, so,
Monday night in Chargers, I think it is.
So it's bad D there as well, Yeah, I mean, Grote's flying. He's right there, he's got everything he needs to go and make a challenge. The only thing, obviously he needs to, the team needs to stay fit and etc. But
he's got a good backup on the bench. Apart from
he's a great backup on the bench. That's the problem, It's I just don't see where the loss is coming from, with the strength of the team. Even when, there you've got Walker doing not a whole lot and Diggs not doing a whole lot, Pitt's not doing a whole lot, and he's still scoring 100 points because,
and the 49ers defense not doing a whole lot and still, yeah. But they'll score a lot more than that normally, so...
At least three or four of his players every single week are going to score heavy double digits plus. So... It's all about putting the right ones in at the right time as well. I mean, then he's got Williams and Wilson both on the bench, but how can you drop Diggs?
Well, you can't. That's the thing. I mean,
yeah.
So this week I think it's going to be a bit of a shootout with the Bengals. So
that's his bigger problem, But yeah, I know Diggs is in a massive shootout. I think I can't wait I'm so looking forward to the game. I think it's going to be such a good game. But
is that a 6 o'clock game? No.
No. It'll be a late one. I said Monday. It's a Sunday night late.
Oh, we're staying up for that then.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. If I don't stay up for it, I will be recording it. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean,
although I am gutted, I'm going to be missing the Chiefs in Miami. To be honest,
I'm not missing that. I am going to be sitting here watching that tomorrow.
Well, I'll be working, so I will be missing it.
I'll probably be working too, but I'll be watching.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a TV in a cafe, so I'm a bit screwed with that one. Mate, so.
Yeah.
But I will be, yeah. It should be a cracker.
I'm
so
looking forward.
That will be a 40-minute game the next day, like so.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I say, Grote's looking strong.
Yeah, he's looking mega strong. The whole entire division's looking strong. Is it? Here we go. I've bounced back after a couple of losses in a row. I've finally bounced back to a win. Not the best of scoring, but you take what you get when you get it. When you're on that slide, anything to break it, and
it's a running back's got you here though. You know what I mean? You got 9.7 of Taylor, 14 and nearly 15 of Jacobs, and nearly 13 of Barkley.
Yeah, I mean
that was enough.
Everyone was solid. No one was spectacular, and it's fine. It's a good win. I'm up to 6-2 now. I'm back at the top of the
number one seed. Yeah.
Number one seed, and I've got the most points for. So I should be up there. But it was a good win. I never really looked in doubt, to be fair, throughout the week. Sanders obviously killed him hard. Cup done absolutely nothing after Stafford went down.
He did nothing before he went down either, to be honest. But
no, that's that exactly. Yeah, that's that. St. Brown never really took fire. Kittle tried. He got good out his kicker, but yeah, it was a tough old week for Joe, and that's him back to 5-3 now. And but 5-3's still top of the joint top of the division, tied with Mark, sitting the number 9 seed. So one out, but tied for the playoff positions, and big game this week against Grote. If we can go and find a win against Grote this week, then right back in the hunt, and probably a favourite to get in and defend his title in the playoffs.
Definitely. And then we're on to the South v the West. It was a bit of almost a whitewash for the South over the West, but it was a nice. Basically, Allen happened to him what he did last week.
Yes, that's exactly, absolutely. And, it's amazing how this game changes week on week, Last week he's got Lamar Jackson in the 40s, and this week he's no hit double digits. And, you know, it all goes to pot, really. It's I hope he didn't play Pickens last night, but minus 0.1. But yeah, I mean, it was a tough week for Alan this week after the joys of last week. Who would have thought Derek Carr would outscore Jackson? You know, what can you do? But no
it
one
wouldn't have made a difference anyway, to be honest. But
no, I mean, no, absolutely not. No, just no one took off for his team, and Alan, you know, things. What happened with Dak Prescott and CD Lamb this week? I mean, someone drug test them for goodness sake.
Well, they'll probably come down to a bang this week when they're playing the Eagles, and he's going to get slaughtered on the line. But yeah, he has 1 or 2 good games a season. That was just one of them.
It's one of those ones. It's like, you know, he's got 122 points with Darren Waller is a pretty much bust, you know, and Tank Dell, Puka doing nothing. But here he has got a Puka problem now because he's hurt, isn't he? Puka,
but he's been questionable the last couple of weeks. Actually, he was questionable last week going into the game as well. He wasn't. I think he banged his knee. I think the week before, so
yeah,
he's not been able to do the runs as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Zach Moss still got 13 points. Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Moss is still getting touches. It's starting to get uber annoying. Like, I wish he would just go away. Do you know what I mean? But he's still getting touches.
That performance last week by Trey McBride, where the hell did that come from?
But the thing is, McBride's going to be a target now. I like McBride, and I've tried to pick him up in as many leagues as I can. But not for this week per se, but for when Murray comes back, you know, because he's going to be a target machine, I think. But
I've got him in a few best balls, like, but just that's like late on picking him just for somebody like that. Yeah, so you'll have Herbert and Williams should be back at some point through IR. So
yeah, definitely.
He's looking very strong. That Kamara is awesome.
I think Williams is only 4 weeks. I think the problem Williams has got is, see, if Henderson started, you know, Henderson knows the defense and knows the offense. Henderson knows the team, knows how it plays, and if he starts to roll, will Williams get back in? I think that's the problem he's got. So he needs to get back pronto before Henderson really starts kicking in. You know,
I don't know. Williams was pretty good when he was in, so.
He was. I mean, he was great, but you know, it's better. I mean, if the Rams win this week, and if the Rams beat us this week, which wouldn't be a big shock, would it? That they're not out the chase yet. You know, they're not out the race. So they go with a hot hand, I would think. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Williams is a great pick, and he's got Kamara and Hall sitting in there, so he doesn't even need them.
Yeah,
you know?
it was a nice getting a nice trade getting Kamara, to be honest. So try to figure out how he got all those players on trade.
Yeah,
Hall's looking great. Yeah.
I mean, that was an awful game for Hall, by the way. It was an awful game, period, but it was an awful game for Hall. And he got 15 points.
He only got about 20 odd yards on the ground running, but he got that 60 yards.
I know, because I had him on the overs on the ground and he never get near it. It was about 69 or something.
That was just, I never thought it was a great win by the Jets. You got to be on the Giants, never really had a quarterback for half the game.
Yeah.
So it's just the new Barkley was going to run, but he still ran.
I know. It was a very bad game. I mean, 15 points out of it. He's got to be laughing at getting 15 points out of it, you know.
Definitely. Well, that's one of the best scorers of that whole Jets team.
Yeah, I mean, Allen's looking very strong here, and you know, he's up there with obviously Ross. Boys are back in time. We'll see in a minute. One, and he's up there at the joint top up there with him. You know, Chris is back 3-5 now with no injuries. He's having Graham's not in it. The big white one. We'll see that in a minute. So yeah, I mean, things are looking very good for Allen. I think Allen's kind of looking really strong for the playoffs now, and once he gets in there, that team could do some serious damage.
I think he's the third highest scoring team in the league as well. So
747 he's got again. Sav gets 782.
777. So he's third.
And then Allen's third, yeah. So the third highest scoring team at the moment.
You're understandable with that. So the next up is Eskimo Brothers against Hyde. Well done, Graham.
It's in. He's got the first one. Dak turned up. Dak finally turned up. One week too late. 1 week too late for his chances. But yeah, great one. You know, unlucky for Sean. Unlucky. Sean almost went 2 in a row. But there's officially no more zero. There's no more O's. And show me the money in 2023. It's taken 8 weeks to get rid of all the O's, but they're all gone.
Well, so it was a great pickup, Kincaid. That was a good
Kincaid,
pickup.
super pickup. And I mean, Rice and Flowers will do well enough for him, you know, they will. Singletary's now got the Lockett turned up, yep. Singletary's in Arsenal games just finished. $500, Johnny. Woo!
Well done.
Singletary's, you know, he's with Pierce out this week. Singletary's number one. You know, Komet's sitting there on the bench. He had 10 catches for 79 yards, you know.
I know, it's like, because the week before he did bugger all.
Yeah, I know. So it's, you know, but he can be plugged in. He's got, you know, Strong was getting, I mean, he'll not get so many anymore, but he's got options here. It's, you know, Akers is going to get more and more touches in Minnesota, especially with the quarterback situation. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Graham went on a wee winning run.
Well, that's the thing. Half the Akers catches came on points came on catches, so he's obviously the pass catching.
And he's got scheme team this week, you know, so we just highlighted Allen's issues over there, although he does have 23.5 points at the moment. We'll see that later. But
same with Justice Hill. I think 4 of his points came from catching.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was all catching because it was a ghost post that ran them. But yeah, and for Sean and Ferry, I mean, 1-7 now. You know, he's looking at the playoffs, but you know, 84 points is a good haul, and he's got, you know, Johnson's back. And I hope he played him this week. He's had a great start. Ferguson's doing well. You know, Allen's doing well. Matson's maybe going to fall away a bit. But when you've got Josh Allen, you're going to win some games, you know.
Definitely. Like I say, it'll be a shootout this week, so he should get points.
Yeah, that'll be big points for him, I think, this week. And I wouldn't be off putting in Tyler Boyd because I do think it's going to be a shootout. And I think it's going to be a through-the-air shootout as well.
Yeah, and he does. Tyler Boyd is like his wee security one. You know, you've also got tight ends. He's got Tyler Boyd.
Absolutely.
And he's been getting better and better as the weeks go on, as has Burrow. So
yeah, I mean, it's one of those. It's but for these two, it's all about the consolation playoffs now. We know they're not getting involved.
No, but they'll be pushing for the number one spot. Hopefully.
They will be. They both will be because they've both got options. They've both got some good players there that will score them points.
Definitely. Well, they've got better squads than me and Grote did this time last year.
Yeah, they do that for sure.
But yeah,
I don't know how Graham's got the haul that he's got with that lineup. I just don't.
I know.
But anyway,
if that lineup was PPR, bloody hell, they'd probably be top.
You know.
But no, it's like they'll win games. Hopefully, Eskimo Brothers won't beat me when they're back to the play bits, but they will get games.
They will for sure. And
the only South team to lose.
The only South team to lose.
But you're up against
the Peterhead Derby, Johnny.
Yeah, then I went back to Levion.
Yeah, I mean that's him back in the back rolling again after the couple of the wee blip, you know, the wee kind of blip that he had there. He's 3 in a row now, 110 points, second highest scorer of the week, I think. But yeah, flying, you know, great team. Hopkins on the bench, that's got to hurt.
I know. Luckily, he didn't need him. Jerry Judy, 11 points, and Geno Smith outscored CJ Stroud.
Yeah, and he stayed in Denver as well. So I do think they'll get him more involved now, you know. He's got Geno to come in, you know, Geno and Stroud, that's a decision he's got to make week on week. But
I hope he didn't play Hopkins this week because he did bugger all.
Yeah, he didn't do much, did he, at all? It was a quiet week for him. But yeah, I mean, Hawkinson's doing really well. And Hawkinson will be the safety blanket for Hull this week. So I think he could have a week this week. Hill's Hill, you know, and Hill would be out to prove it. He'll want a big one this week, that's for sure.
Oh, yes.
You know, against Kansas, he'll want to go and say, get it right, Runyas. So, you know, I look out for a big score there. Olave, you know, he's been poor this year for what everyone expected him to be, but he's absolute class. So, you know, you've got to think it's going to click, especially with Carr throwing the ball well again, you know.
Yes, that's it. You thought so. And obviously Mixon looked good last week.
He did.
Looked fast and strong.
He did. I think
it looked like Mixon from a couple of years ago. That's what he looked like last week. So,
and the more important thing for Mixon is there's just he's got no
No
competition
competition.
in that backfield whatsoever. It's his, so it's his, and it's his for the rest of the season. So yeah, I mean, Michael's looking really strong. It's he will be in the playoffs. There is no ifs, no buts, no maybes. He needs two, maybe just one win, but minimum 2 wins, maximum 2 wins. Sorry, and he's in over 6 weeks. So that's going to happen. And Chris is now dropped to 3-5. It's what's that? 4 losses in a row now, ever since he lost Richardson and Jefferson. So,
well, that's understandable. Losing those two in a 16-team league, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't, and especially from second last. It was away at the back end. So, yeah,
he's been getting the points off Mayfield. Okay, Mayfield's actually been getting them points.
He's been doing fine, but Pollard's been really disappointing all season long.
I've said it all along. But Pollard is not a bell cow. He should be the change of pace.
He's a change of pace or catcher, but yeah, it's tough. He went with Ford before being fit. He had to, but obviously he wasn't fit, but he was playing, so he got something. But
he's lost Kendrick Bourne. He's now an IR, is he not?
Bourne's an IR. Yep, you are correct. So there's another one bites the dust. And can you bring in Mims? Hopefully Zay Jones will be back for him, because that's I need something to happen.
I know. Obviously, Detroit have got a
bye week.
Yeah, but they've signed Donovan's People Jones, which I think is a good signing.
Yeah.
I like Peoples Jones, actually. He's a good player. So I think he'll get more targets for Detroit than he was in bloody Cleveland.
Yeah, mate. I mean, he's coming in to replace Jones retiring, Marvin Jones retiring, but I don't think that'll affect. Certainly not Laporta. He'll still get his targets and stuff.
Oh yeah, but Laporta and the Sun got to get their point. But if they're in a shootout, he'll get points. So.
But that's Craig Reynolds. He's got there, the running back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a long way for Chris now. I mean, he is only 3-5, and if they can find a way to snap the losing streak and just find a win from anywhere, like I did this week, just find a win, get back to 4-5, right in the hunt. So
he's only 2 games back from first place.
It's just hard to see it with the injuries that he's got. It's such a shame that his season's been destroyed like that. Because if Jefferson and Richardson were in it, he would be right. He would be right up there with the super teams if he could get Pollard moving.
Oh, definitely. Keep on there, but yeah, like I said, it's obviously Watson's been a bit disappointing, but then Green Bay.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, he was injured for so long, and now he's just coming back. Watson will do okay at the back end of the season, and he'll not be outstanding, spectacular, but he'll do fine. He'll score points.
Yeah, but let's you guys didn't play Mims to 0 points, so that's good.
He's going to have to this week.
Yeah, so I don't want to talk about this one.
Yeah, well, this one's going to have 97 points and losing, Johnny. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? You ran into a big one from Ross, so you've got to give him his dues. 5-3, good record now. He's right up there, top of the South Division. See, for the fact that our guys have 1-4, 1-4, 1-4, they've still got to Kirkwall Raiders and boys are back in town, who that was the ones that they were winning them all against. They've still got 5 winning records, so that's quite impressive. But yeah, and he didn't even play Burrow, Johnny.
I know, it's mental.
So
I chose to put Gibson over Jones, which worked out, but obviously not enough. Unfortunately, but I don't think it would have made any difference anyway. I wasn't quite catching that.
So. No, but I mean, yeah, you just got to eat that one and move on. At 4-4, I know you're in 10, but your team's strong is the thing. Thielen's the man there, and he will be for the rest of the season. Ayuk's doing really well. Gibbs, the better he plays, the more Montgomery's out, and the more he plays, the less Montgomery's going to get when he comes back.
I know. Obviously he's on a bye this week, but Jones is off the injury report, so he'll be getting a game. Jones
is Jones should be okay. Jones, I'd be plugging Aaron Jones back in, so I would, because Foreman with Johnson there now is not going to get so much.
No, I think I've got Jones instead of Foreman. I've maybe got Higgins in instead of Gibbs.
Well, yeah, because Gibbs is on bye because But yeah, I mean, you'll have 97 points will win more often than not in the week, so nothing to worry about in it. 4-4, and Ross, he's got to be looking to make a push for the playoffs now. 6 weeks to go. He needs 50-50. If he wins half his games from now to the end of the season, then he's in, and he's going to be running into the injury-strewn Bluetown Patriots and hide and seek. It's along the way, So you would think that could possibly be 2 of the 3 that he needs. So,
well, that's the thing. Obviously, he's got the head-to-head over the Kirkwall Raiders so far.
So far, yeah, they've got to play again, though. But yeah, I mean, it's looking good for Ross this year.
You look at points scored. Ross has got 725 points for, 723 against at the top of his division.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, Ross.
So, yeah, he's ran into a chunk of points here, 723 to be top. But that's because he played all in off.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
But yeah,
we'll see how they're getting on so far. I'll add on the screen.
So this week, I'm up against Batman's boobies. So, I'm sitting top of my division. And I'm sitting top of the division. And if I can get a wee win against Batman's boobies this week, then I've got to start thinking that there's a chance.
Who's Ray got then? He's got Deshaun Watson in, Latavius Murray, Stevenson, Cooper, Godwin. He's got Hill at tight end, Myers, and Dolphins.
Why has he not got? Oh, because I'm on the wrong game. I was going to say, where's McCaffrey? But
he's on a bye week, Gaddafi. But yeah, so
McCaffrey's on his bye week. I knew there was a reason why I was confident this week. McCaffrey's on his bye week. Brilliant.
Yeah, so thank you, Johnny, the fixture maker.
Thank you, Johnny, the fixture maker. Yeah, so I mean, I'm quietly confident this week. Obviously, Watson, what's he going to be doing? Who knows?
If he's playing,
I think he was taking reps on Friday. But yeah, so I'm confident this week. What decisions have I got to make? Dubs over, I don't know, maybe Mike Evans, DJ Moore probably, but yeah, not a decision to make. My team's picked.
But I think another week with Badger and Moore might get better this week.
I might going to have a look in the agency for a tight end because Everett's pretty poor. But yeah, so that's I'm quite confident. And then we've got Doug and Baxter we trust up against Copen Badley Jets. So big game, both teams 5-3. Huge game this one because this gives them a head-to-head in the playoffs. If it comes down to decision makers.
We've got Sam Howell in for Doug. He did play Spears at 2.2.
He's got McLaughlin, so he's playing them both. He's made the trades and he's playing them both. But as I said, he started Spears over Warren, so that's a 9-point deficit he's got to make up. Yeah. And Mark's got in McKinnon and Bejan at running back. I hope McKinnon goes well. He's going to have to remove Samuel though because he's on bye week. So he'll put Dotson in, so that's not too bad.
He's not on bye week. He's out this week, but yeah, surely he'll put Dotson in his place.
Dotson or Shaheed. Dotson or Shaheed. So yeah, that should be a tight one. That's a good one. That's a close one. That'll be an interesting watch. That one. Then we've got Varsity Blues playing Tartan Bears. I mean,
that's not looking good prediction, guys.
Yeah, that's going to be. You would think that
because he's not taking it London, but it's not really going to be much. Well, he's only got Shark.
He's going to need to take London out as well. London's out, so it's going to be Shark for London. But he's missing Kittle, he's missing St. Brown, he's missing Lawrence. Yeah, it's a tough week for Joe this week, and he's at 5-3. This could be 5-4, and of course, it's 2 5-3 teams again, so it's another massive game. But yeah, Grote's looking heavy favourite.
Well, Hurts, Eckler, Walker, Diggs, Wilson, Pitts, Henderson, Tucker, and Raiders. Yeah, that's looking pretty. He's actually dropped Bortners on a bye. Yeah, so.
And then the other end, North against East, North against West. It's North against East. Sorry, the Factory of Sadness and Farts Flying Eagles. So again,
which has got players.
Farts is kind of giving up a little bit. The Ghost giving away some players. So I find it difficult to think that he's obviously going to plug Wilson or Gainwell or even Fournette in.
Yeah, but he's up at Henry's got a nice start. You see that touchdown he scored? He stretched out to get a touchdown. That was awesome. Like,
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a great touchdown. But yeah, no. So I mean, for it's looking good for Sean this week. It really is. Heavy favourite, and that's heavy favourite for Sean. Heavy favourite for Grote. Doug's probably favourite, but not as heavy. And then so I really
heavy favourite for you.
I need to win this week to stay ahead of them all, because it looks like they all could win again. Then we've
We
got
back
boys
in
are
town
back
against
in
Le'Veon.
Le'Veon. So that's a huge game. The 4 boys are back in town. Le'Veon can afford to lose this one. You know, it's not be all and end all here. If he was to lose this one, 6-3 is absolutely fine. But so bigger game for Ross, but it's a right 50-50 game, Johnny, isn't it?
Oh, this is the game of the week.
It's by
By
far
a
game of the
long
week.
way, like so.
Yeah,
He still got 6 points for Hopkins. I think it was late cut. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I thought he would get okay from him, but you know, it's 6.5 points. It's not quite par, is it? But it's not quite a bogey either.
No, but
it's okay.
It might be enough to get involved. See, Mixon's questionable. Well, I'm guessing he'll be playing. There's no way he's missing.
Yeah, you'll be playing that. You'll be fine. It's all about the Gus bus for Ross for me. If the Gus bus can keep going and do what he done last week against the Cardinals, against Seattle, the problem is Seattle are a much better defense. Not much better, but they're a better defense. But he's got Rondale Moore plugged in there as well, and who knows who's thrown that lad who's thrown to him. Oh.
Well, he's not got nobody else to play unless you pick
no one else to play. That's the thing, yeah. So I would say Michael's favourite there, and it's
so he's gone for the Cowboys defense against Philadelphia.
So great, yeah. That's a problem too.
Yeah, they thought it'd be a problem, but you never know. Well, it isn't Philly, so yeah, it should be a problem.
But here comes Graham, and it's going to be a shootout. Cowboys Eagles. I'm looking forward to that game too. That's going to be a hell of a shootout as well. And you've got Prescott. Graham sitting with Prescott there. You know, he could put the final nail in Allen's coffin this week.
Oh, he's favourite to it. Oh, he's played 3. Oh, he's had minus 0 point. He had Pickens.
Yeah, he had Pickens. Yeah, so that's hurt Allen a lot, and he's had Folk play. And he said Harris, but Harris has done him okay. You know, Harris has done.
Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah, finally, he always turned up late in the season.
Graham's team's okay. You know, it's so it's big game for Allen, huge game for Allen. Keep himself in it if he can win this one.
Yeah.
Then we've got Eskimo Bros. So it looks like Kirkwall Raiders have got a pass, a nice easy pass win, but it's not by the projections. The projections are close.
What is it?
Oh, of course, Sean's got 15 points off Johnston.
Yeah, so that was a good start.
So that's a good start for him.
Oh, that's very close.
But with Kamara and Hall and Lamb, and he's going to need to take out Puka, I think, but put in Dell maybe.
Well, yeah. Well, Johnson's he played better last week.
He did play better, and if Palmer's out, Johnston's an option. But that Jets defense does not let much past it for pass receivers whatsoever. I think the average 10 point. I think it's maybe 12 points.
Well, that's the thing.
All of them per game.
That matchup could actually very well help Eskimos, because obviously he's got Herbert as well.
Yeah, that's.
Well, he could get pummeled. He could get knocked out in that game, to be honest.
Yeah,
so every time he gets hit, they get points.
It could definitely.
So I can't consider it a bit, but it might actually help the Eskimo brothers coming up such a hard. But then obviously Hall might run right through them. So
it's a good team that he's. I mean, Sean's team's okay. I can see why the projections are so close, but for me, Allen's favourite to win that one. And then you're up against Chris, so you've got a week that you should really be finding that win, Johnny, and getting yourself back on the march. Yeah.
Well, I should be, but yeah.
Well, I mean, at this moment in time, Chris has not got a kicker and he's not got a tight end. Now, I can't imagine he won't go without a kicker. But if he doesn't want to drop any of those players, he's going to go without a tight end.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you want to want Mims or Bigsby?
Well, and Bigsby, I can understand him holding. I'm holding on to Bigsby in a few as well, in the vain hope that he becomes what people thought he was going to be and be the tank that he should be.
Oh, yeah, I've got Jordan Reed in because Ayuk's on a bye. That was it.
You've got Jordan Reed in as well. But, I mean, that's fine. He's been getting his catches and doing okay. So yeah, I think you're heavy favourite, Johnny, to get that win, number 5, and get back on the tail of Michael at the top of the division.
As long as Tua enjoys himself in Germany and has a good game.
Yes, well, I think that's, the Chiefs' defence is good, but I can see that kind of turning into a shootout as well. So
there's the overall. You've got yourself, then Le'Veon, Factory, Boys, Baxter, Varsity Blues, Copenhagen the Jets, and the Raiders are all sitting in this playoff spots at the moment.
Yeah.
So
it's tight. It's tight around there. The 3 and 5, the 3 and 5s are not dead, not miles away from dead.
No.
But,
so if the playoffs started today, you'd be up against the Raiders. The Jets would be against the Sadness.
About that.
The Boys are backing down to be against Baxter, which would be a hard one for Baxter. Yeah, I think. Oh God, they'd be very juicy matchups if it happened now.
They would be. That's for sure.
Every one would be a toss-up.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's playoff football, though. And that's how it should be. But it's the 5 and 3s are looking good. The 3 and 5s, and you're the only 4 and 4 in the league.
I know it's a bit mental that, like. But.
So it's the 5 and 3s do need to kick on, because it's 5 and 3. That's 5 and 3 is. Are you seeded 9? No, you're seeded 10. So one of the 5 and 3s isn't sitting in the playoffs. That will be Joe at the moment. So yeah it's.
Well, last week I was 4 and 3 and sitting in 10th, so I was just at the playoffs too. So I've not actually moved, I think. So
with 6 games to go, I think 8 wins are going to be needed to get in. So yeah, everyone's got a lot to play for all round.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be one of the better finishes. But of course, the way the permutations are of our team beating teams, we never know until it's over.
No, that's it. I mean, you just don't. And there's 6 weeks to go. Plenty can still turn around. Jesus, Graham or Sean could go on a winning run and go and nab 6 wins in a row and end up 7 and 7 and sneaking in through the back door. I mean, it could happen.
Well, they could have to win all the division games. You only need to win 2 more. So yeah, it's possible.
It can happen. So it's all to play for. Looking forward to this week and the running.
Yes. Good luck, everybody.
Apart from Doug.
That's it. And we'll catch you all next week.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.